Hello, everybody. This is Ralph back with another video, and I'm going to have a little bit of fun with this video. This video is built around a question that really popped into my mind big time just the other night when I was talking to my wife about the day I was having on social media. But the question is, if solo ads are really better than prospecting, why do so many solo ad vendors still prospect? And you would think that if they had big lists that were highly responsive and they spend a lot of time down talking, prospecting, that they would not be promoting their solo ad business by prospecting, but rather they would be using the paid advertising route for advertising their solo ads. And a lot of some vendors do, but there are so many vendors, especially on Facebook, that promote the old-fashioned way, just by doing person-to-person prospecting, social media prospecting, things like that. And my DMs are full, usually, of either solo ad vendors wanting me to buy their solo ads, or SEO people wanting me to buy their SEO services, or crypto people wanting me to buy into their cryptocurrency opportunity. But the number one thing that I usually get hit up on social media is solo ads. People wanting me to buy their solo ads. And I had one guy just the other day, this is what got me thinking around this line, who asked me, he originally asked me a couple days ago if I would be interested in buying his solo ads. He friended me on Facebook, said, "Hey, I see you're into affiliate marketing. How do you promote, your business?" And I knew exactly. I've been doing this game for a long time now. I knew exactly where he was heading with that line of questioning. So I bore with him before I blocked him. I did end up blocking him. But I told him that I liked organic traffic, getting my leads the old-fashioned way, prospecting. And he said, "Okay, cool." And then the next day, he hit me up again saying, "Hey, why are you so," what was the way he put it? "Why are you so fixated on growing the organic way? Why not give some paid advertising some chance?" And he kept right on persisting and persisting and persisting, that I eventually blocked him. But before I blocked him, I really should have done this. I should have asked him the question. And that question would be, if prospecting is really so bad, and your solo ads are so much superior to prospecting, then why are you prospecting me to buy your solo ads? Because that's exactly the way he was promoting his solo ad business, by hitting up random people on Facebook and asking them, "Hey, do you want a softer, easier way of promoting your business? Try my solo ads." And there are all kinds of solo ad vendors out there. Sometimes I call them solo ad predators, because I get the feeling most of them really don't care about providing a good service for you. They care about getting a good paycheck for themselves. And so, getting back to the original question, if solo ads are really so much superior to old-fashioned prospecting, why do so many solo ad vendors still prospect to find customers? The number one answer that I can give you to that question is that prospecting works. Full stop, period. It's because prospecting really works. One of my mentors a long time ago, Max Steingart, the author of Endless Free Leads and Endless Free Leads Mobile, he said in one of his trainings that I attended, if people are telling you that you need to buy leads, if people are telling you you need to buy traffic or buy solo ads, they are straight up lying to you. They know better. And I think a lot of these vendors on Facebook that are out there prospecting, telling people that are new to the affiliate marketing niche that, hey, if you want to get results, you have to buy solo ads, you have to buy paid advertising. And I believe that those people, they're prospecting the old-fashioned way, and yet they're promoting their paid advertising schemes, their solo ad services, as being the best way to find leads. Well, if their way was really the best way that they sell, then why don't they use their solo ads or some other paid advertising source to find customers for their solo ad service? Why do they fall back on the tried and true old-fashioned way if what they say is true, that prospecting just doesn't work as well? Well, it's because they're lying and they know it. Prospecting does work if you know how to do it right. And right there is the catch. Prospecting does work, probably the best method you can use if you know how to do it right. And this is why so many people decide to go the softer, easier way of paid advertising and buying solo ads instead of prospecting. Because so many newcomers to affiliate marketing or network marketing will try talking to about 5 or 6 people on social media, doing old-fashioned prospecting, hoping to make a sale right off the bat. And the problem is that they hear the word no 5 or 6 times. They ask 5 or 6 people, hey, do you want to take a look at my business? Hey, do you want to take a look at this service that I offer? And they're told no. And after about the 5th or 6th no, without getting a yes, they start to wonder, am I doing this right? I must really suck at being a salesperson. And they give up. They throw in the towel. I've heard so many people make statements such as, I've been told no 6 times already this week. If I hear the word no again, I'm going to quit. And they just give up. And the thing is, if you're doing prospecting the old-fashioned way, you can expect to hear the word no a lot, an awful lot. 5 or 6 or 7 no's in a row is nothing. You will hear the word no a lot. And what you need to do is just get used to hearing that word no. Don't think there's anything wrong with you. Yes, if you're a beginner at prospecting, if you're a beginner in the area of sales, you probably are not going to be the best salesperson on the block. And yeah, you probably do have room for growth, room for improvement. But that doesn't mean that you're not going to get it eventually. And the thing is, the more time you spend doing prospecting, talking to people one-on-one about your business, about your opportunity, the more time that you spend doing that, the better you will get at doing it. Not so many months ago, really, I hated the idea of prospecting. I'm an introvert. I would rather spend time meditating under a fig tree than getting out there in the real world or even in the online world and spend a lot of time talking to people. But you know what? After I started forcing myself to do it, getting out there and talking to people about my business or about anything really, the easier it became. And the more focused I became in promoting my business, and the better I got at talking to people, offering value, not being a pushy salesperson, but just trying to figure out, does this person even have a need for the products that I have to offer? And if they do, then do they have the budget with which to buy my offers? And if they do, then why not ask them to take a look? Say, hey, you've got this problem that you need some help with. I've got this solution, this thing that I'm selling. I think it's within your price range. Would you care to take a look at it? And if they say yes, they take a look at it, they like it, you've made a sale. And if they say, well, yeah, I kind of like it, but I have to think about it, well, then maybe you've got a little bit more follow-up work to do. But my main point is the more time you spend actually talking to people online or in the face-to-face world about your business, about what it is you do to make money online, the better you're going to get at it, the more natural it will begin to feel over time, and you will go on a journey from where you will probably start off hating doing social media prospecting. You will travel from that point to the point where you really don't mind doing it, and then you may even get to the point where I have gotten, where I absolutely now love it. It's great to get out there and start talking to people. It's great to be offering value to people who need it and to try to help people even if they can't afford to buy my products or services. If I can give them a freebie, something that might help them advance in their business, then I will do that. It's not always with me, it's not always about just making that sale. It's about helping people with real value. That's why I make a lot of these Facebook and YouTube videos, because these are valuable lessons that I have learned over the years. And a lot of these lessons I've learned from my home business academy that I'm a part of. And we offer this training to people for a price, but we also like to give value to people free of charge. And I mean, it's a great organization. If you want to check it out for yourself, I'll have my affiliate link in the program description down below. But we have all kinds of training about how to help people, and we teach a lot about free, organic ways to get leads. I mean, this Home Business Academy, it's like the best source of information I have seen yet on how to get free leads. And our owners, both I won't say really multi-millionaires, but they both built up multiple seven-figure streams of income, and they have done it for the most part using free advertising, using old-fashioned prospecting and things like that, free lead generation methods. And I know there are so many opportunities out there that teach that you have to buy traffic in order to be successful. And why do they say that? Again, if old-fashioned prospecting, going out there for free, talking to people one-on-one, telling them about your business, if that really is so effective, then why are solo ad vendors so busy? Well, it's because they know that the average person hates the idea of going out there and doing prospecting. People are naturally shy when it comes to selling. Most people hate selling. And in addition to hating selling, most people hate to be sold too. They love to shop, they hate selling, and they hate being sold to. This just seems to be the way that the average person is wired. And solo ad vendors know this. People who run affiliate marketing businesses know this. And so that's why they end up saying, hey, take the softer, gentler route. Take this shortcut and go ahead and buy ads, buy solo ads, buy Facebook ads, use some paid advertising. And the problem that a lot of beginners will have is that a lot of beginners just getting in to affiliate marketing and network marketing, a lot of those people are broke. And maybe they can barely afford to buy into the affiliate marketing or network marketing program. And then they get into it, and then they're told, hey, you have to be spending at least $500 a month doing advertising, buying solo ads, buying Facebook ads, things like that. And I know some big people in the affiliate marketing world who will spend $500 to $1,000 per week buying solo ads, some more than that. And I mean, it's because once you know how to do it, once you know how to find the good solo ad vendors, once you know how to follow up with people, solo ads can be effective, but you have to know what you're doing. And this is a mistake I see so many beginners make. I've made it myself multiple times. I bought solo ads promoting my opportunity, thinking I'd be making sales right off the bat and not following up with the leads that I got through the solo ad purchasing process. And that's the one thing that a lot of the solo ad vendors won't tell you. And that is when you buy leads, those leads are going to be coming at you as cold leads. You will have to work with them. You will have to email them. You'll have to start a rapport with those people. You will have to start warming them up. And then after you've warmed them up, after they've gotten used to talking to you through the email, once you've shot a video or two and sent them the video, well, then they're going to be more likely to want to do business with you. But if you don't follow up with people, if you don't take those cold leads that you've bought through solo ads or other forms of advertising, you're going to be missing out on sales. This is why in online marketing, there's the old saying, the fortune is in the follow-up. And most newcomers to affiliate marketing or network marketing don't know how to do good follow-up. A lot of them don't see the importance in it. They just buy solo ads expecting to make sales right away, and so many times it does not happen, especially nowadays. Back when I was doing it, got about 8 years ago, 10 years ago, yeah, I got one or two sales, and I did build up a list of about 1,000 people, 1,000 cold leads. But I did not know back in those days how to follow up with my list. And so I let that list go from cold to ice cold to extremely frozen. And then when I started learning how to do it better, I started going back and revisiting that list, found out that most of the leads that I had bought through solo ads were actually fake leads, bots, bad email addresses, you name it. Over 50% of those leads that I bought for, God, $100, $200, $300 a pop were not good leads at all. And this is the other trap that you can walk into, buying solo ad traffic from strangers that hit you up on Facebook, is that they can be charging you, $300. They can give you a discount, say, I'm going to give you a special rate because I like you, blah, blah, blah. But you don't know if the traffic that they're going to be sending you is real good traffic, real people, or just bots, or just a list of their friends that they send emails out to, and some that will click on free offers to give you a little bit of false hope that, yeah, you're going to be making sales. And then once that free offer period has expired, they're gone. They don't buy any further because they don't want to be spending their money on your stuff. And there's so many scammers out there in the solo ad world. Now, yes, there are some legitimate vendors that really do care about people. And what I find is that the legitimate vendors that really care about their clients, that really care about their customers, they're not spending a whole lot of time chasing down prospects on Facebook because they have other ways of doing it, other ways that doesn't cost them time and just a little bit of money, but doesn't cost them time in order to build up their customer base because they're good at what they do. The people that are hunting other people down, badgering them to buy their solo ads, for the most part, with a few exceptions, but for the most part, are people that are not offering the best traffic. So my advice would be, if you want to promote your affiliate marketing offer, and you want to get results more quickly without spending $500 a week or $500 a month promoting your business, try to do the old-fashioned way of prospecting. Just get used to talking to a few people every day on social media about your business. And in the beginning, yes, it's going to feel like pulling teeth. Okay, you're going to be nervous, it's not going to feel natural, and you will dread doing it. Unless you're a natural extrovert, in which case you may actually like it and you may actually do pretty well at it right from the get-go. But my advice would be to keep prospecting, keep doing it until you get better at it, keep doing it until it starts to feel natural, and just keep right on asking. One of my favorite mentors, and I call her my mentor, even though I've only read a few of her books, but we're friends on social media. Her name is Andrea Waltz. She is the co-author of 3 books that I love. 2 that I've read, 1 that I'm waiting to get my hands on a copy of so I can read it. But the first one is Go for No, and the second one is Go for No for Network Marketers. And Andrea Waltz sent out a tweet back in January that said, "You don't need a new tool, CRM, or pipeline hack. You need the courage to hear no and keep asking anyway." And that's the Go for No methodology that I've been kind of talking around this entire video. When you're in any kind of sales, expect to hear the word no a lot. And most people, once we become adults, we hate to hear the word no. But as children, we used to hear the word no a lot, right? And we'd keep asking anyway. You know, in the book Go for No, they give this example. A child goes up to their mom or their dad and they say, "Can I have a cookie?" "No." "Can I have a cookie?" "No." "Can I have a cookie?" "No." "Can I have a cookie?" "Okay, okay, okay. Here's your darn cookie." The child keeps right on asking until they get what they want. But as we get older, as we age, we kind of have that youthful enthusiasm beaten out of us, and we get to the point where we hate to hear the word no. And that's a bad mindset to get into. If you want to do any kind of online marketing, you need to really get into the mindset that I am going to hear the word no, and that's great, because every no that I hear brings me one step closer to yes. And using the Go for No philosophy of just getting used to hearing the word no, you will eventually go from getting used to hearing no to actually enjoying hearing the word no, because you understand that there are people out there who want to look at your product. There are a lot of people out there who don't want to be bothered with your product. And the more no's that you hear, you are disqualifying the people who don't want to hear about your product, and you're getting closer and closer and closer to those people who actually do. There's another old saying in sales that's also in the Go for No book. Some will, some won't, so what? Someone is waiting. So, if you want to make sales, get used to doing prospecting. Don't worry about the folks who say no. If you hear the word no 10, 20 times without hearing a yes, keep right on persisting. Eventually, you will get to the point where you will start hearing one yes, and then another, and then another. And the better you get at prospecting, the more often those yeses will start to come. Prospecting is a learned skill. Some people do come at it naturally. Folks like me and probably a lot of you out there, we have to learn how to do it. And you can buy courses, you can read books like Go for No, that's an excellent one. You can take courses like what we offer in our Home Business Academy. But The best teacher is actual real life experience. Just get out there and start doing it. Once you make up your mind, you're going to be talking to 10 or 20 people every day about your business. After a week or two, even if you don't know what you're doing, after a week or two, you're going to start to figure it out all by yourself, just by trial and error. And then if you have some other good books that you can read and start to implement right away, that will help speed up your learning curve a whole lot more quickly. But the key is to actually get out there and start doing it. So if you want to make a career out of online sales, affiliate marketing, network marketing, any kind of sales, get used to the idea of talking to people about your business, about your product. And eventually you will start to get to the point where you love doing it, or at least don't mind doing it. And then you will start getting a lot of sales with no money out of pocket, just talking to people one on one. So, yeah, if you want to buy solo ads, I'm not going to say you can't. I'm not going to say it's not a good thing to do. Just be careful, because the folks that are hitting you up on social media, especially Facebook, trying to run you down and badger you into buying their solo ads, those are probably not the best people to deal with. What you need to be doing is dealing with people who actually have good reputations in the solo ad world. You can talk to other vendors, talk to other affiliates and network marketers and salespeople, and ask them, hey, do you use solo ads? And if they say yes, ask them which vendors they deal with. And you can start to figure out how to vet solo ad vendors. Myself, I don't mess with them because I like to do old-fashioned prospecting. It's taken me some time to get used to doing it. It's taken me some time to build up my mojo in doing it. But I mean, now I have an endless source of free leads on social media. Doesn't cost me a dime. I just have to get out there and get used to talking to people in groups, friending people that I think might have a need for what I have to offer, and then just start talking to them. And I love it. But other people, maybe even more introverted than myself, they may not like it and they may want to go the paid route. If you do want to go the paid route and you have a budget for that sort of thing, then more power to you. Do your own research, vet out the ads, and be careful, because there are so many little things that advertisers can use to grab your money without giving you the results that you want. And so you just got to be careful. Make sure that you're dealing with authentic, real people who are delivering authentic, real traffic. And then start out with a small order of solo ads or paid advertising and see what your results are and take it from there. But the one thing to remember, if you're wanting to avoid talking to people, and that's why you're buying ads, know this, that a lot of the leads that you're going to get through paid advertising will come in as cold leads. And if you want to warm them up, you have to get used to talking to them. Show a little bit about who you are, what you have to offer, and then once they get to know, like, and trust you, they might actually start buying your products. So I don't know of any way really where you can 100% get away from talking to people. I mean, I'm a student of Jim Rohn, and Jim Rohn said sales is a person-to-person business. And I believe that to be true in my experience. Get used to talking to people person to person, and the better you get at it, the more of a superpower you will begin to develop within yourself. So, to answer my question, if solo ads are really so darn good, why do so many solo ad vendors use old-fashioned prospecting, despite claiming that solo ads are superior? It's because they know prospecting done right is actually extremely effective, And that's why they're out there prospecting for customers for their solo ads. So if you get a lot of people pestering you on Facebook, wanting you to buy their solo ads, even though you don't know them, you don't know who they are, blah, 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 just ask yourself the question, if their solo ads are so good, why are they just hitting people up at random like this? Why are they doing old-fashioned prospecting? And not really doing a very good job either of prospecting in most cases. Because good prospecting is where you offer people value and you don't try to force a sale if there's no sale to be made. You just talk to people, figure out, do they have a need for what you have to offer, give them some value, and then if they like that, they decide to bite on your offer, they decide they want to take a look at it and then possibly make a buy your opportunity, buy your offer, then yeah, you've made a sale. But it's a skill that you have to grow. And that's why, again, why so many solo ad vendors are so busy out there chasing people, especially newcomers to the affiliate marketing space, because they know most people hate sales, they hate prospecting, and they're going to be looking for a shortcut, a kinder, gentler way to make sales. And that's how they take advantage of that fear. They take advantage of that feeling and they tap into it and they will help themselves to your money a lot of times without offering you any real value. So if you want to buy solo ads or any other form of paid advertising, go for it, but do your homework first. And don't buy from the most eager, hungry vendors out there, because usually they're going to be the worst ones to buy from. And on that note, I think I'll say bye for now. So this is Ralph signing out. If you'd like to take a look at what I do for online marketing, I've got a home business academy that I promote, offers excellent training, offers a lot of great tools, and it pays 80% recurring commissions. So recurring commissions are good because once you start making a few sales, you get paid not just for 1 month, but you get paid month after month after month for as long as your customer remains a paying customer of the Home Business Academy. So if you want to take a look at it, check my link down below. It's ralphshomebiz.com. See if it works for you. I found it a little bit over a year ago, and I've been loving it. Been going through the training, been going through the programs, still going through a lot of the training. There's so much value in that program that you can spend a lot of time just reading and learning and watching videos. But I recommend take advantage of that training and then put it into action. Learn, implement, repeat. So yeah, if you want to take a look, just look in the program description down below. Okay, I think I've droned on long enough. This is Ralph signing out. Have a great day. We'll catch you in the future. Bye-bye. As always, please remember to like, share, and subscribe.